Hello and welcome to the Wolfchase Toyota Insider on the Memphis Tiger Network. I'm Jeff Breivel alongside Amy Stevens from women's basketball, and Coach coming off a nice win on the road the other day against Wichita State to get you in the win column in the American Conference. You got a pretty good lead in the first half, and in the second half they made a little run, but unlike Tulsa, when they got to 10, you guys shut them down.
Right. We saw great growth by our team from the Tulsa game to the Wichita game, and obviously Tulsa was a really disappointing loss, having a big lead and then letting it slip away. So we're really proud of our kids' ability to kind of persevere through Wichita's run in the second into the third quarter, early fourth quarter. They threw a little 1-3-1 at us defensively and gave us a little bit of problems, but we buckled in. I thought Coach McFerrin did a good job of, really calling great timeouts in the second half and regrouping our players, and they responded just the way you'd want a team to respond.
Are you guys starting to see the team maybe turn the corner a little bit? I know it went a little bit deeper in the season than you guys would have wanted to, as far as the newcomers and everyone trying to get acclimated, and Coach McFerrin's talked about not being able to get as sophisticated as she has in the past. Going to have to just do the fundamental things very well, because you had the really nice second half against UCF, really good first half against Tulsa, but then you got all 40 minutes against Wichita.
Right, and that's kind of been our challenge this year, is putting four quarters together, and that was the difference in the Wichita game. Is our players, we won every quarter offensively.
Yeah.
So offensively, things have been a little bit of a struggle at moments, or certain quarters for our team, whether it's been a turnover problem or we can't seem to make shots. In the Wichita game, we still had a few too many turnovers, but we were able to connect on baskets, making our layups and finishing plays and making free throws and things like that were still enabled us to score points, and hence we got in the 70s. So that was, I think, really positive for our team, and our players deserve a lot of credit because they came ready to play. They had good intensity. I thought they played hard, and it's just a good road win for us.
Elena Davis gets the honor roll for her performance, 26 points. Yeah. She was outstanding.
Elena Davis, I mean, what can you say? There's so many. The list is positive, and I think, she struggled early in that game. Mm-hmm. And again, to me, this is great growth by Elena. Early in the season, if she would have struggled, it might not have, the whole game might have been bad for her, where she was able to regroup, and then she had just a really great second half, and maybe took a 12 or 14 point performance and turned it into a 20-something point performance, and maybe could have even had 30. Yeah. The way, as many touches as she got. So for her to continue to compete and get O-board putbacks and handle the physicality, I think was really great improvement by Elena.
Probably figuring out, like a lot of post players, if they're going to concentrate and you double down, like you mentioned early in the season, may get frustrated. Now she takes the ball up, just takes her points at the free throw line.
Exactly, and Elena's a great free throw shooter, so we want the ball in her hands. We want her to get fouled, but you're exactly right, Jeff. She's drawing so much attention, and eventually that's going to open up a lot of other players. We've got to get our players off the ball, cutting to the basket, relocating, and being available for her when she does draw the double and triple teams.
Jada Stinson had one of her better games of the year. It's a sophomore year. She's kind of struggled this year, and you can almost tell it in her body language how disappointed she's been. Maybe not having the performance she thought. Maybe the confidence has been shaken a little bit, but maybe the three-pointer she got against Wichita State kind of gets her kick-started.
Right. I thought Jada had a great game against Central Florida, and then a little bit of a setback against Tulsa, and then Wichita. Just loved the way that she came out, fired the ball, made great decisions. It's really not about Jada can shoot the ball. It's more about the right decision and when to shoot it, and she really seemed to be in rhythm and in a good flow against Wichita, and I just liked her demeanor and her confidence.
Students back in school this week, you glad to get them back into a routine?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that Christmas break goes on and on. I'm sure the players love it because they get extra sleep, and they aren't back in class, but as coaches, we like that routine, and even our routine gets a little bit out of whack, so we were definitely ready to see classes start.
The routine and getting up a little earlier is hopefully going to help you this week. You'd hate to have one more week of Christmas break because you've got an early game Saturday, 11 a.m., so everyone's going to have to get cranked up, and in those 11 a.m. games, it's whoever can manufacture energy earliest that has a big advantage.
That is exactly right. And I think we played 11 o'clock against Little Rock. We played 11 o'clock against Central Florida. So I really feel good that our team will be ready to go. And we had a great practice yesterday. And You know, our team's in I think, a good mindset right now, and we just got to keep that positive momentum going right into Eastern Carolina.
All right, Coach, thanks a lot. Go get them Saturday.
Thank you.
That is Amy Stevens. I'm Jeff Brightwell with the Wolfchase Toyota Insider on the Memphis Tiger Network.